then the next would be, how many bank accounts should I set up? The way this is how I have it set up. Let me see right here. So I have my main bank account. We manage this with Chase. So I have my main bank account with Chase. And then for my profit, salary, and taxes, right now for my house flipping business, I'm using Ally Bank, but I've set up separate checking accounts or separate bank accounts for each of those. So my profit, salary, and taxes would be all separate account. And then I take money out of it every quarter, and then I move money into those, respective bank accounts and just completely take it out of it. So for me, I would say you have your main checking account, main operations account that you have, that you're sending money from, wiring money from, and then receiving your money into. And then I would set up, at a minimum 2 for profit and then for taxes. But, again, if there's no additional fee for setting multiple bank accounts with a lot of these online bank accounts, then I would set up 3 bank accounts. So one would be your profit, and then that's where you want to move money first, and then taxes, and then your salary bank account, your owner's pay. Again, any recommended banks? So like I mentioned, we have main bank account is Chase, and then we use Ally as an online bank account. Super easy to move, to use that, set up the account. And how often should I distribute profit? I do it every month, but depending on the volume in your business, you might want to do it more often or less often. Again, it's a very cash intensive business, but I would do it at least once every quarter. I would not do it once a year or once every 6 months. At a minimum, I would do once every quarter. But what I would do is, allocate the money to different accounts or different purposes that I have. So even if you're not moving money from your main checking account into a separate bank account, but if you made $100,000, let's say this month, you would know that even though you are not moving money, you still want to know, okay, 10 to 15% of this belongs to my profit, the 10% belongs to owner's pay, and then the 15% belongs to my taxes. So you have about 25-40%. So you only have 60% left for your operating expenses. So out of that $100,000 that you receive, you only have $60,000 that you can spend. So you cannot go over $60,000. You might not be moving money every month, but I would still keep it where internally that, okay, this is the money that's allocated for operating expenses, this is for profit, and you're not, as much as you can avoid, you're not dipping into your profit account to pay for your operating expenses. Then I would, if you have a deal closing, 1 or 2 deals closing every month, then I would do every month. But if you're closing a deal, let's say once a quarter, then I would do once a quarter. But if you're just starting out, you're doing, a couple of deals a year, but I would still allocate money once a quarter to these different bank accounts that I have. And I'm also starting to use this in my personal finances. So what I do is, so if I'm taking money aside out of my, business for whether it's profit distribution or my salary distribution, before I spend any money on personal expenses, I would take a portion of that and I would put it into savings account. So I'm even trying to implement that into my personal finances. So let's say if I have, $5,000 take home, pay that I have between the profit share and the salary, out of that, let's say I might take $1,000, put it into savings. So this way I only have $4,000 to, for all the personal expenses that I have. So this way, my ultimate goal of like saving money is being met. And I'm not, spending all of that $5,000 on personal expenses and don't have any money left over.